So I try literally everything on my YouTube channel, everything that I can anyway, anything that's possible for me to do. I try it and I work hard on it. So this video is just completely raw, flat, no edit video. It might even go up into a short. So my voice is already hoarse. It's the end of the day and I'm ready to just sort of get dinner, get food and chill out. But in this one, we're going to be reacting to some Marvel news. Now, I have slightly probably touched on Marvel at some point on my channel or in Fortnite or the games or played different Marvel games. But we're gonna dive into this news that I've just had a look at here. Now, it is said, and what I'm going to do is, because it's not from a news source, is I'm going to react to it as if it is. So we're going to react. I'm going to give you my thoughts and opinions on, you know, these Marvel pieces of news as if they are in 100% true, and what I feel about it and think about it from a fan's perspective in enjoying Marvel and growing up with lots of Marvel things. This is what I think about this news here. So yeah, and as somebody who uploads regularly, I'm testing this out with you guys to see if you enjoy it, and if you do, just smash that thumb. You don't even have to, man. I'm just uploading it anyway. We're going to test it out and see what I want. You might be completely new here. So my name's Anthony. Right, so this news that we've got here is apparently the Marvels reviews aren't very good. Now, the Marvels comes out on my birthday, the 10th of November. There are a few other things coming out on my birthday as well. Last year, I think, or a year before, I had like the Xbox Series S come out on my birthday, stuff like that. But anyway, we have the Marvels is apparently a disaster. It's apparently, I don't know why. I haven't read those reviews myself, but apparently from what I'm reading here, the Marvels isn't doing too well with the pre-screening. Now, pre-screening is not from the general consumer, but they have like a mixed test audience. You'll have critics in there and people that are allowed to see the movie early on. It's a lot like having a beta test when you testing games. That's what that is, and they've said that it's not good. So my thoughts on that is, I'm not expecting like a 10 out of 10 movie from it, but I'm expecting some Marvel loose ends to be tied into it, or tied up in it, because it's at the end of the year. So it's an end of the year movie, and with Marvel being a franchise, a part of Disney, and the story non-linear now, that's what they've basically done. They've taken the linear story, the timeline, and so anything can happen, and you're watching things from different times. But anyway, yeah, so I think there's going to be some story threads that need to be touched on, and that's all I can really say about it, to be honest, because I haven't, I've consumed the Marvel stuff and had a look at it, but that's all I can say about it, because of what I've seen in some trailers that really don't give away too much. So yeah, I've done some trailer reactions to the trailers as well. I just remembered I've done those, so you can check those out. Right, then we also have Taika Waititi is not directing Thor 4. Thor Ragnarok was dope. I enjoyed Thor Ragnarok. I haven't rewatched it recently or this year really, but at the time when it was released, it was something very different. I enjoyed it. The part that I enjoy the most and still sticks out in my mind is when Hulk meets Thor in a battle arena, and that moment there. So I liked that moment. You also have Daredevil Born Again is not TV-14. What they mean by TV-14, it's the American version of parental guidance that we have here in the UK. And what that means is from the ages of 13 to 14, that teen group. So you don't have a lot of gore. It's not horror. There's no, not too much swearing. There's only so much swearing. You might hear the word like damn in things like that. And like, some of the jokes might be really teen, childlike. For example, in let me think of one. In Multiverse of Madness, America Chavez makes a joke about Spider-Man shooting webs out of his butt, and it's like a very child joke, isn't it? Like, shoot out of your butt. Like, it's just like a, the adults will be like, but the kids will be like, oh my god, got it. Like, do you get what I mean? So that's the kind of thing. Jonathan Majors staying as Kang. Now, Jonathan Majors had some controversy, and the controversy is in his personal life, and the personal life issue was seeming to be an isolated situation, which then kind of dispersed, and it wasn't anything, didn't hold any ground, apparently, from, you know, what's been revealed online anyway. That's what happened. So there was an altercation between him and his lady friend. Don't know if it was a partner, don't know who the person was, and that turned out to not evolve into anything further than what happened in that moment. A few words were said, from what I can hear from the internet response and so on. So all that was done was a few words were said, there was an argument, she blew it out of proportion from what I can hear and see. And then that blowing out of proportion, of course, it's a black male. You're blowing it out of proportion. Oh my God, he must be the devil. Like, you know what I mean? That's what it looked like to me. So that happens in interracial couples all the time. You need to be very careful if you're dating somebody who's manipulative and you're a black guy, man. You need to be like, I say, remember, I can, you know, make sure that I'm watching my back, like, and, you know, make sure sometimes there's witnesses, because sometimes some women like to do that, especially if you've got a lot of money as a black man with a lot of money and your black excellence. Watch yourself, bro. Always make sure. And I think Jonathan Majors was smart enough to do that, and there was evidence from a taxi driver, and then I think, anyway, I wasn't there, but that's what I'm hearing, and that's what it sounds like to me, because I understand that situation myself. Right, so into the next one here, we have Moon Knight Season 2 is happening. Now, I enjoyed Moon Knight Season 1. I think, like, the end of the series was the weaker part of the series compared to the first episode. And the reason why I say that is the first episode had a tone that you then get later on in the series, and that tone I really enjoy. There was, like, a dark and, like, his mind being in play, and I was like, yeah, I really like that. And that's when I actually put it to Fortnite, even though they probably weren't, I don't think they were listening, but I even put it to Fortnite. I was like, maybe we should have like a Fortnite Moon Knight skin. But at that moment, that's when I perked up and was like, yeah, that'd be really cool, because that was the Moon Knight that's just like, you know, that dark, you can see him teaming up with someone like Blade kind of thing, you know what I mean? So I enjoyed that part of the series. The first episode, definitely 100%. And then I watched through, you could see some parts that, you know, some comedic touching bases. Moon Knight was a very strong series. There were some good parts of that series I enjoyed, definitely. I think I even revisited it recently. I mean, Loki's still like really, really up there, but Moon Knight is definitely up there as well. Moon Knight and Loki, I'm like, yeah. Right, so as well as that, we had the She-Hulk not getting a season 2. Now, I spoke on that as well. I used my Fortnite She-Hulk skin, and I recreated the final episode with Fortnite with Fortnite She-Hulk skin. So I even recreated one of the scenes, and I also spoke about how they could go about season 2 from a lawyer perspective and what can be done with it. Now, we can talk about the Netflix Marvel things kind of being canon, because those characters might be coming over to the normal Marvel cinematic universe that we have now. So, and it's also available on Disney Plus. So when you look on Disney Plus in the Marvel section, you can find those Netflix Marvel series. Pardon me, I'm take my time. I wrote basically comparing Jessica Jones to She-Hulk, to Jennifer Walters, and Jessica Jones is a PI, and technically Jennifer has more authority in the court of law than a PI does. A PI presents the evidence. A lawyer is literally, this is the evidence that we're presenting in order for the sentencing. So there's a lot more authority there when you're a lawyer. It's like if you were a judge, for example, like, you know, imagine like Moon Knight was a judge. That wouldn't work. He's got like huge mental issue problems, but do you get my point? Right, so there was like a point where I made how She-Hulk could have been written, especially because she's a Hulk and she could understand what it's like to be a male who's being wrongly accused of something, or having that court case, as opposed to being against males, and then the most of the audience that watch Marvel things being like, dude, what the hell? You know, there's that was my point. Anyway, moving on from that, Kate Bishop is back. Now, I expected Kate Bishop to be back, so that's another part of the news. Apparently Kate Bishop is making a return. Now, I already thought that Kate Bishop would make a return. I didn't think that she would go anywhere. I thought that she was definitely going to be a part of the new Young Avengers. So it's like, you know, and plus Haley Steinfeld as well is also really in bed with Marvel. So if you don't know, she also voices Spider-Gwen. So she has like 2 levels of Marvel there. There's the Sony Marvel universe, which she's a part of, but then she's come over to the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and we don't know if they're gonna, join those lines together or what they're going to do with that. Maybe the animated characters are a part of the animated world that you saw in Multiverse of Madness. You don't know, but it's definitely a segue that they could definitely make in new installments and Marvel movies. So yeah, man, there's this went on a little bit longer than I thought it was going to. So that means you might not watch it. But yeah, there we go. That's just my reactions to what's going on with Marvel, and I've done it completely raw. The thumbnail, I probably won't have a thumbnail. I'm getting really tired of making so many. I've got like nearly 4,000 videos now. And when you go through the effort of doing all the stuff and then getting like 2 views, it's like, why the hell would you even, do you get what I mean? It's like, it gets to the point. That's my response as well to like how I'm treating YouTube right now. And I used to put everything in playlists. I'm like, nah. So yeah, so there we go. So that's my reaction to what I think the new Marvel news is. Completely random video, decided to film it, see what I want, see what happens, and I'm gonna pull it in whatever YouTube category. Let's see. Thank you for watching. My name's Anthony. If you want some more, you want to talk some Marvel stuff or movie stuff or TV stuff, let me know. Peace. I hope the microphone works. Sometimes I do stuff and the mic don't work.